In the heart of the countryside, amidst the rolling hills and whispering winds, stood a mansion veiled in mystery. Its weathered facade hinted at untold tales, while its shadowed windows concealed secrets best left undisturbed. It was here that Maria, a young woman from a distant province, arrived seeking refuge and employment. With dreams of a better life dancing in her mind, Maria crossed the threshold of the mansion, unaware of the darkness that lurked within its walls. The family that resided there welcomed her with open arms, oblivious to the unease that settled upon her shoulders like a heavy cloak. Maria's provincial ways and peculiar mannerisms were dismissed as mere idiosyncrasies, overlooked in favor of her willingness to serve. But beneath her outward compliance lay a keen mind, sharp and perceptive, attuned to the subtle shifts in the mansion's atmosphere. As days turned to weeks and weeks to months, Maria became privy to the inner workings of the mansion, her duties taking her to every corner of its sprawling estate. But it was in the quiet moments, the stolen glances and whispered conversations, that she began to piece together the puzzle of the family's dark past. Strange occurrences plagued the mansion, whispers of voices long silenced echoing through its empty halls. Maria's curiosity piqued. She ventured where others dared not tread, drawn inexorably towards the truth that lay hidden beneath layers of deceit. It was during one such exploration that Maria stumbled upon the forbidden door, its ancient wood groaning in protest as she pushed it open. What lay beyond took her breath away, a chamber of horrors, illuminated by the sickly glow of flickering torches, where bones lay scattered like forgotten relics. With trembling hands and a heart heavy with dread, Maria pieced together the fragments of the family's dark secret. The savory aroma that wafted through the mansion, the sumptuous feasts that adorned their table. It was not the flesh of livestock that graced their plates, but the flesh of their own kind. Horror washed over Maria in icy waves as she recoiled from the grisly truth. The family she served, once revered for their wealth and influence, were nothing more than monsters in human guise, feeding on the flesh of their victims to sustain their insatiable appetites. But even as fear threatened to consume her, Maria's resolve remained unbroken. With each passing day, she gathered evidence, meticulously documenting the family's atrocities, determined to expose their crimes to the light of day. As the walls of the mansion closed in around her, Maria knew that her time was running out. Every creak of the floorboards, every whispered threat, served as a grim reminder of the danger that lurked just beyond her door. But Maria refused to be cowed into submission. With a courage born of desperation, she concocted a plan, a daring escape that would see her break free from the clutches of her captors and expose the truth to the world. With trembling hands and a heart pounding in her chest, Maria waited for the cover of darkness to cloak her movements. And when the moment was right, she slipped from her confines, racing into the night with the weight of her secret pressing upon her like a weighted shroud. As she fled into the unknown, Maria knew that she carried with her more than just the scars of her ordeal. She carried the hopes of those who had fallen victim to the family's insatiable hunger, their voices crying out for justice from beyond the grave. And so, as Maria vanished into the night, leaving behind the mansion of horrors and the family whose sins knew no bounds, she carried with her a legacy of horror, a tale too terrible to be confined to the shadows, a truth that hungered for the light of justice to shine upon its darkest depths. But even as Maria disappeared into the mist-shrouded night, her story lived on, a cautionary tale whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to speak its name, a reminder that even the most innocuous facade can conceal the darkest of secrets. And as the echoes of her footsteps faded into oblivion, the mansion stood silent and still, its secrets buried deep within its haunted halls, waiting to be unearthed by those brave enough to seek the truth.